Welcome to week 3, our final week of the Mindfulness Dialogue program. This week we will be focusing on the discovery stage of a mindfulness dialogue method, and our theme today is called the given note. In keeping with the mindfulness dialogue process of connecting, exploring, and discovering, let's begin our session by connecting to the present moment. So position yourself comfortably, relaxed, but alert, back straight, hands on your lap, eyes closed or softened, and take 3 deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And breathe normally. Where you feel tension in your body, breathe into that place and breathe out the tension. Do this for a few moments. Now try to let go of all the thoughts that are running around in your head, probably, by simply paying attention to your breath as you breathe in and out. See if you can find a gentle rhythm. In your mind, softly say the theme of today, the given note. Repeat it as a kind of mantra to help you be present as you continue this mindfulness meditation by giving yourself permission to be present here in this moment. When you find yourself distracted, as you will, simply return to your breath and the theme of today, the given note. If you wish, and if it helps you, if you have more time, you could pause the recording here and come back when you're ready. But for now, we'll gently return to the present moment, to your body, and when you're ready, open your eyes. Just notice the connection, the presence, the awareness that you have helped generate. So let me reflect on the discovery, building stage of mindfulness dialogue as follows. For me, it builds on the previous stages of connecting to the world as it really is, exploring our lives, the things of our lives from this perspective, with the help of inspiration like poetry and dialogue skills. An important part of this exploring is what I described as following the discomfort and holding the tension that surfaces when different perspectives and understandings are brought together. Discovering means listening for what is generated out of this tension and giving voice to it. It is a lifelong learning, this participating in a continuing great song. In this stage of the process, mindfulness and dialogue come together. Seamus Heaney, the Irish poet, captures this miracle of life emerging in a poem called The Given Note, where he describes such a mindfulness dialogue process of discovering and building. On the most westerly blasket in a dry stone hut, he got this air out of the night. Strange noises were heard by others who followed, bits of a tune coming in on loud weather, though nothing like melody. He blamed their fingers and ear as unpracticed, their fiddling easy. For he had gone alone into the island and brought back the whole thing. The house throbbed like his full violin. So whether he calls it spirit music or not, I don't care. He took it out of wind, off mid-Atlantic. Still he maintains from nowhere. It comes off the bow gravely, rephrases itself into the air. Heaney is saying that this air, this music, is already there, but not available without the hard work of connecting and exploring. Without this, all that is heard are strange noises, bits of a tune. We all have had such glimpses of something we know is there but can't access because of our unpracticed efforts. We're able to recognize it, though, when someone has done the necessary work, gone into the island, and brought back the whole thing. When this happens, our world, the house, throbs with this music. We recognize it for what it is, whether we understand it as spirit music or not, or emergent meaning, as we might describe it in mindfulness dialogue. Ultimately, it comes from nowhere, in the sense that it is not contrived. It is not the result of our knowledge, nor created with our control. Rather, it simply is. Our part is to listen for it and participate in its emergence. And so, like the music the poet describes, it comes off the bow and rephrases itself into the air, the way the music of the spheres echoes in our hearts and minds. This is the heart of mindfulness dialogue discovery, listening for the given note and giving form to something we did not create but can simply allow to pass through us. It is the role we play as the self-reflective faculty of the universe when we call life into form. Rilke describes it as an almost divine activity, when in one poem he describes how he has always tried to live this uniquely human calling. Speaking to life, or God, as the one before whom all things bow, but also the one without a voice, he says, giving voice to this God is our true role. In the poem, he describes it like this: you filled him as he called you into being. You filled him as he called you into being. Another way of saying it might be, through my eyes, the stars look back on themselves in wonder. So let's try a mindfulness dialogue discovery practice for discovering and playing the given note. Find a position, again, that is relaxed but alert. Close or soften your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths to help you settle down. Now breathe normally. Follow your breath. Read Heaney's poem, The Given Note, allowing the words to wash over you. Let me do it for you in this moment. On the most westerly blasket in a dry stone hut, he got this air out of the night. Strange noises were heard by others who followed, bits of a tune coming in on loud weather, though nothing like melody. He blamed their fingers and ear as unpracticed, their fiddling easy. For he had gone alone into the island and brought back the whole thing. The house throbbed like his full violin. So whether he calls it spirit music or not, I don't care. He took it out of wind off mid-Atlantic. Still, he maintains from nowhere. It comes off the bow, gravely rephrases itself into the air. So let it wash over you. Notice a word or a phrase that moves you. Notice where it takes you. And say so internally. Have your own internal exploration. Hold all of this, the various thoughts, for a few moments while I mind the time for you. You can pause the recording here to give yourself a longer time for this if you'd like. Now listen for a word, an insight, a sound, a movement, a given note. And give voice, give expression to it. May not be voice, but a movement. Do this for a few moments. Again, pause the recording here if you wish. Now when you're ready, come back to yourself and gently open your eyes. So let's look at some ways in which we might see this or apply this discovery stage of mindfulness dialogue throughout the day. I think there are infinite given notes in every moment, in fact. So here's a thought. Notice when something touches you, a song, a word, a view, a person, touches you with an invitation to go deeper, to go alone into the island and bring back the whole thing. So when you've been touched, when you've connected in this way, listen with the skills you have practiced. Explore the note, the song, the word, the view, the landscape, where it takes you, kind of a contemplative exploring. And when you've done that, hold the pieces that surface together. And then listen for what is being given to you and give voice to it. So there'll be multiple opportunities, as I say, to do this throughout the day. So let me close like this. Heaney's poem, for me, highlights both the music that is offered, given to all of us, but he emphasizes that it will not be heard or captured without constant practice. It is in this stage of the process that mindfulness and dialogue come together in a synergy that expresses the voice of the universe. This is our great work as human beings, to give voice to life. For this, I believe, is why we were born. This is what we were born for. So I hope you get or take perhaps the opportunity today to practice this great work of giving voice to life, to God. Bannacht ar an lá seo.